Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the Lewis Basketball Network. It is your boy Lewis, and I am back once again with another banger with yet another video. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to always keep receiving the latest content I truly provide. Appreciate you guys. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday afternoon. It is the end of the week, man. Make sure to share this video. It'll only help the channel grow. Truly appreciate it, man. You know what, guys? It amazes me the lack of intellect and neuron receptors that these guys have out here in these NBA streets. So, as many people know, there have been reports saying that Doc might be interested in having the head coach the Lakers, of getting the Lakers coaching job. Then there was reports saying that there was an anonymous source that told Doc Rivers that he warned him about not coaching the Lakers because of what LeBron basically brings to the table, because LeBron is not coachable. So when the question was asked on First Things First, the show that always finds a way to talk about LeBron no matter how many other topics there are, because LeBron has to be the #1 priority, because he is the cash cow in the NBA and it's what makes these networks money. So this is why I kind of say that LeBron has him on their payroll. The reason I say that is because it's the first thing that they talk about. So Jenna, the first thing she does is, "Oh, Nick, what do you think about, what was your reaction to what that anonymous source says?" It was like, well, oh, you can fairly critique LeBron. He's like, but this is going beyond ridiculous. Like, who is his source? It is open season in terms of attacking LeBron. Whoever the anonymous source is, I don't think they really need to tell Doc Rivers. I think Doc Rivers is a smart enough guy to know. Maybe he is exploring his options, who knows? But he knows what's going on out there in Lakerland. Like, number one, you have Jerry West. If you guys know, Jerry West orchestrated the trade to get Kobe Bryant to come to Los Angeles and was able to sign Shaquille O'Neal. He got two cornerstones of a franchise, and once they built the pieces together and once again had the right system, had the right personnel, got the right coach, they won championships. Look what he did with Memphis, made that Memphis help make Memphis a playoff team, even though they didn't win a playoff game, but they still went to the postseason. I mean, look what he did with look what he was able to do with the Golden State Warriors. And now he's in Clipperland. And with no All-Stars, you know, they traded Tobias Harris away. CP3, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre are all gone. And the Clippers are still in the 8th spot in the West. Now, originally, when CC has started to talk, CC was absolutely right in what he was talking about in terms of that he's concerned with the fact that LeBron is not coachable. He also said that it doesn't matter who the coach is, you can always learn something new. And that was what CC always, that was the way he approached things as a sports athlete, that no matter who the coach was, you can always learn something. Now, obviously, coaches and players are going to butt heads. Like, it's a part of the game. Sometimes it's like you can look at a coach and it's like the coach has no idea what he's doing. You can look at a player and it's like a player's not responding to what your coach is telling him. And it's like the coach is clearly trying to help you, put you in a position to win, try to make better decisions. And I always keep saying that players make coaches, coaches make players. I always said it's a two-way street. The problem is when it comes to certain players, they always make everything one-sided and blame the other person instead of holding the other person accountable. That's been my issue with LeBron James. LeBron fanboys never hold him accountable for anything. They act like he can do no wrong. So I go into the comment section and I explain why CC was right in terms of how LeBron is possibly not coachable. He has a history. You have LeBron fanboys saying that he's only gotten 2 coaches fired, in Paul Silas and David Blatt. It's like people are such revisionists. They forget that LeBron tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired in the beginning. Nick mentions it, and then he was like, oh, but everything was smooth sailing because he allowed to be coachable. The reason that LeBron James was not able to get away with having Eric Spoelstra fired was because of Pat Riley. I told you, the alpha that Pat Riley is, and he's in charge of basketball operations, he was not going to have LeBron sabotage the franchise, and he said, no, you have to succumb to this. Now, if we're going to be objective, because some people are going to say, but see, this is what LeBron fanboys do. When you're talking and critiquing LeBron as a basketball player, they start bringing other players into the conversation. But Kevin Durant. But Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant. That's what they do. We're talking about LeBron James as a basketball player. And once again, it's like, oh no, you're disrespecting LeBron as a man. You're hating on LeBron. You're a hater. You're a hater, Lewis. You're the blindest hater in the history of LeBron James haters out of all LeBron haters. That's what they do. The LeBron apologists move the goalpost. And then you wonder why people call LeBron the names that they call. It's because of fans like you guys. You guys make it difficult for people like us to appreciate the greatness that is LeBron James. What we keep telling you guys is that you guys say that LeBron is the greatest player of all time. Objective people keep telling you that LeBron James, as good as he is, has too many flaws in his game and he has a lot of shortcomings. And then you guys saying, why are you holding the 3-6 finals record against him? How many times has LeBron quit in the postseason? He's had his moments when he's been clutch. I've said that already. What I've also said is, if he wants to put himself in the pantheon of greatness, even if LeBron James didn't get the job done in terms of winning, if he gives it his all without clearly showing that he is out there for his statistics and does things like not box a guy out, choosing not to guard the best player in certain situations, choosing not to defend, choosing not to play within a system, choosing not to incorporate his teammates the right way so that everybody shares the ball to where you don't have to do so much. LeBron James tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired. When David Blatt came in, when he went to Cleveland, they went to the finals together. David Blatt has a career win percentage of over 600. Eric Spoelstra has a career win percentage over 600. Tyronn Lue has a career win percentage over 600. But all the LeBron tards have said is LeBron has never really had a credible coach. If LeBron James wanted to play for a great coach, he has been a free agent. He could have went to San Antonio and played for Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich has over 1,000 career regular season wins. Greg Popovich has won championships. I mean, he won 2 on LeBron's watch with the teams he had. Pop has a system, but LeBron James does not want to go there because he knows that the credit that he gets for winning all of his rings when he's had plenty of help is going to get taken away the minute that he wins championships with a great coach in Greg Popovich. I'm going to say this again. Greg Popovich made Tim Duncan, and Tim Duncan made Greg Popovich. Phil Jackson made Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan made Phil Jackson. You can't really say it with Kobe because Phil was already established. But then what I will say is that Kobe and Shaq helped Phil win even more. So he won more than 6. And even with Pau Gasol, when he came to the Lakers in that trade in 2008, Kobe was able to help, and Pau Gasol, and that very good Lakers team were able to help Phil get 2 more championships. And it's a big reason why Phil has 11. Phil is a master at managing egos. And he's about team play. But if we sit here and we say, oh, LeBron James chooses to not play in a team system where he doesn't have to control the offense, you're a hater. If we say that LeBron is choosing to be stationary on defense, you're a hater. If we're saying that LeBron is not the greatest of all time, you're a hater. If we're saying that LeBron is clearly padding his statistics and he's not a great offensive rebounder, you're a hater. If we see LeBron constantly contradict himself to the social media, you're a hater. If LeBron James disses his teammates and tells them to play it with a maximum output, but LeBron's not bringing it every single night and he's only bringing it on one end, and then he tried to trade half the team with Magic Johnson, you're a hater. Because those guys need to suck it up because they're not men, and then they need to deal with it because it's a business. So it's okay for LeBron to do that. But see, then if LeBron was in trade talks, then you guys would say, oh, it's crazy. And that's what LeBron stands do. They make everything one-sided. They never look deep into the arguments. They look what everything is outside, and then they complain that you're being unfair to LeBron. LeBron is the one that's going on TV doing this. He went on TV on his show. He stood in front of his friends for millions of viewers because he knew his fans were going to be watching. And he said, that team, that 73-9 that where we came back from 3-1, that right there made me the greatest player of all time. And we're going to ignore the fact that he played with Dwayne Wade, who is what, a 13 or 14-time career, he's a 13-time All-Star. Chris Bosh is an 11-time All-Star. We're going to ignore the fact that Kyrie is, what, a 7-time All-Star? We're going to ignore the fact that Kevin Love is a 5-time All-Star? So we're going to ignore all that, basically saying that LeBron has never played with anybody. Or how about the fact that LeBron has never sacrificed his game for anybody, but you're a hater? Everybody's had to sacrifice for LeBron, but you're a hater. LeBron chooses not to change his style of play. You're a hater. These are the same people that'll go on pages of Kobe Bryant, and they'll say Kobe is a co-bitch, Kobe's a co-brick, you guys are a bunch of Kobe-tards. You guys will the same people that will go on Michael Jordan and say that Michael Jordan is a Jordan head. He played in a weak era. He played a bunch of construction workers that they have not played the level of talent that LeBron James has played. And I've told you that there's a lot of teams in the 90s. If you look at their offensive and defensive rating, they are very similar to some of the teams that play in today's era, which tells me that if they were to play in this era, they would do great. If there are teams in the 90s that have a similar offensive and defensive rating to teams that play in this era, I'm telling you right now, they would dominate this era. The problem is that they just want to be ignorant and say no, that the talent level is just crazy high in this era. Not realizing that a lot of these stats are inflated. Like I literally said last video, guys, that Kobe Bryant went nearly 6 consecutive seasons in the toughest defensive era in NBA history and had over 100 offensive rebounds for 5 consecutive seasons, playing alongside Shaq in the triangle offense. Michael Jordan was able to do the same thing in the triangle and even without the triangle in a much tougher era. And I said Dwayne Wade has the same amount of seasons of offensive rebounding with 4 different seasons with 100 offensive rebounds like LeBron James. And I said that LeBron James, people keep saying he's this emasculate, incredible rebounder, but it's like, how do you still have 230 offensive rebounds less than Michael Jordan? You've played more years and Michael Jordan did it in less time. That's what I tell you. But people keep saying, oh, but you're not going to count the Wizard years? You see, you move the goalposts. Because what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to make a video as to why Michael Jordan's Wizard years were actually more underrated than overrated. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tell the truth. I've never said that LeBron is not a great player, but that's what these LeBron stans continue to do. They just come out here and spew you're a hater. CC's original point was about LeBron being coachable, and he's absolutely right. See, there's reports back in the early 2010s and 2011s that nobody has really gone back and revisited, but they were all over. There were reports. Pat Riley even said himself in a report that LeBron tried to get Spoelstra fired. It's the truth. David Blatt had the Cavaliers in 2016 had the best record in the Eastern Conference, and he got fired. And you know why? Because he was trying to emphasize team ball, and LeBron James wanted his LeBron James system. He wanted his best friend, one of his close friends, Ty Lue, because he knew he could manipulate Ty Lue, and that way Ty Lue would have to succumb to everything because LeBron is the best player in the world. And what happened to Ty Lue? He's just suffered a lot of health issues dealing with LeBron James. But now you got these people who keep saying that they're objective and they don't mess with LeBron, but they're like, oh, Doc is spoiled as heck because he doesn't want to control LeBron, because he doesn't want to coach LeBron because it's such a tough assignment. He doesn't want to deal with him. You sound ridiculous with that. And again, if I'm Doc Rivers, you have a chance to get possibly 2 max free agents. You have a good cultural environment with guys who play hard. You have a good front office right now. You possibly can get your team to contend in the Western Conference. Right now, you're 8th. The Lakers are right now sitting out of the playoffs. And by the way, if they lose to the Brooklyn Nets tonight, the Lakers are officially eliminated. And to me, honestly, I think they're going to be eliminated, honestly. I mean, unless if they win. And then the thing is also, people have kept trying to use the 4th place narrative when I've already mentioned about teams that were injured and teams that were in lower seeds at the time of Christmas. Right now, it's March 22nd. Where are we right now? The Lakers are out of the playoffs. A lot has happened. People talk about how LeBron James missed 18 games, but they only mention LeBron. What about Brandon Ingram? What about Kyle Kuzma? What about Rajon Rondo? What about Lonzo Ball? What about JaVale McGee? What about Tyson Chandler? They failed to mention all those other guys. And And then, even on top of that, guys, when LeBron came back, the Lakers were still 2 games out of the 8th playoff spot. But the Lakers are 4-16 since LeBron has come back. And you see these defensive performances that he's done, they've been absolutely horrible. The Lakers have been bad as a defensive team as a whole. But you tried to trade half the team? You showed poor leadership, and we're supposed to excuse that? Oh, we have to give LeBron a break because he's in year 16? Kobe Bryant didn't get that kind of excuse. Neither did Michael Jordan. Then we have LeBron sitting out due to load management. We have LeBron sitting out because of a minutes restriction. And this was after he passed Michael Jordan. He came out here and talked about Michael Jordan, worshiping Michael Jordan, talking about how Michael Jordan, when I passed him in scoring, was like winning a championship. Talked about how possibly, the free agency, man, there's a lot of good free agents. It's when LeBron talks, you have to listen to him, ladies and gentlemen. That's my point. If LeBron would just be quiet, let people do their job. Stop trying to control the offense. Okay? Let Rondo and Ball be the point guards. Play off the ball. Help your teammates out on defense instead of standing around. Getting loose ball defensive rebounds. You're not even helping on the offensive glass. Like, I could mention the truth day in and day out. Okay, I can go up and down the bottom, man, because I will come in with the facts. But the bottom line is LeBron stands and the 3-6 Mafia in the media will keep finding a way to give him excuses. But according to them, all you're doing is hating when you're telling the truth. That's the problem that I have. And I have people today talking about, oh my God, like, yo, you are such a blind hater. And it's like people don't get the points that I make when I make these comments. They miss the points, and all they want to do is this. They just bash you. But you know what? At the same time, it's good that they bash me. You know why? Because you're obviously doing something right. Because apparently they think you're doing something wrong because we have to worship LeBron. That, oh, I don't get the name calling. Kobe Bryant gets the name calling and it's not a problem. KD gets the name calling, it's not a problem. Michael Jordan gets the name calling, it's not a problem. Steph Curry, Paul George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. All those guys get these different names, but when it's LeBron, it's such an issue. But then you're going to come back and say, oh, the criticism is fair, but it's the name calling. LeBron's antics with the toxic that is the 3-6 Mafia and the fan base that constantly says he can do no wrong are the reasons why objective people are starting to turn away and turn themselves off from him. That's the problem. That is the issue that you guys continuously blind yourselves and choose to not understand. This originally was about LeBron not being coachable, and it's the truth. It is the cold-hearted truth. That's the problem. But according to you guys, you're just nothing but just absolutely hating, and you can't. And that's the thing also. Once you say that thing, it's so vague. You can't even come with context. There's no substance. You just say it and spew it. Like if I'm just supposed to say, oh, I'm sorry for talking so bad about LeBron James. I'm sorry I offended your master, your king. It just makes you look more phony. It's utterly ridiculous, man. Nobody said that LeBron isn't great. But this worship, these amount of excuses is the reason why we don't like him. And then LeBron does things that go on his show. He tells Anthony Davis about he needs to be in control of his destiny, publicly demands a trade, and look what Anthony Davis is now. The Pelicans could do pretty much what they want with him until he's a free agent in 2020. LeBron didn't get what he wanted, and he just quit in the season. Talking about minutes restriction and low management and sore left groin, just all these excuses back and forth. Using the fourth place narrative. Like, I'm not even going to get into that. Look at my past videos. I've already talked about it. Look at other videos that I've done comments on. Yo, shout out to my man. He knows his sport, man. Shout out to my man, D. Jefferson. Super real G's out here in these NBA streets. These people need to go watch. Y'all need to go watch He Knows His Sport. Like, people keep talking about how much he's hating. No, he's speaking facts, okay? That's the problem. This is such a toxic environment. You guys need to wake up, man. Smell the coffee. Stay woke. What he's saying is the damn truth. These guys keep moving LeBron up above everybody. But when you look at his career, when you dissect it real closely, that's the problem. You guys look at the outside box score and you say, oh, he did this and this. How did he get this and this and this? Why did he get this and this? That's why I call them the XYZ selective truth stats. And I've said it in past videos. Check them out and listen to what I say before you make a comment. Come with me. Don't come with me with vague shit. Give me facts. Give me a counter argument. Even if I may not agree with it, I'll respect you. But it's like when you start trolling me, calling me names, it just shows me you have no context and you don't understand what I'm talking about. Understand what I'm talking about before you come with something, man. But that is it, man. I tell you, man, haters is just going to keep on hating, man. But you just got to deal with it and move on. But this is why I laugh at some of you guys, man. It's ridiculous, man. Not choosing to understand. This is your boy Lewis with another one, man. Bless up, one love, peace. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching.